You'll see this is just one page on this particular client's data, but we had ahead of time done an annual review with the insurance carrier on both the medical and the prescription drugs. And then we kind of dug into the data separately and put in the highest level observations, because what this is really supposed to do is to start to guide our strategy going forward. We want to understand how the plan is performing. We want to understand how costs are compared year over year. And we want to understand what are the top things that are driving our health insurance costs right now, because that's what we should focus on for our potential strategic opportunities in the future. And so we go through that, and then we dig right into our marketing strategy. We want to know well ahead of time what we're going to be doing in terms of workflow, because it just allows us to plan. And so we talked about every single line of coverage, whether we plan on marketing that line of coverage or not. And in this meeting, we all have now a plan going forward, us, the broker, and the client, of how and who we are going to market to for 2026, right? And then we got into strategic opportunities. So on here, there's 5 different potential opportunities that this employer was looking at. This is really meant to kind of spur some discussion on what else that they wanted to do within their health insurance plan. For this particular employer, we're going to focus on closing the RX formulary this year. That's one of the main things that we want to look at and educate their members on Medicare, because this employer, like many, has a lot of folks that are eligible for Medicare and are still enrolled in the self-funded health insurance plan. And so can we educate them and have them potentially take Medicare if it's a better option? That would be a win-win for everybody. So just some things that we focused on. Every employer is different when it comes to strategic opportunities, because we got to let the data drive our decision-making process. Finally, we just revisited our multi-year strategic plan. So, the previous year was our first year as the broker for this employer. So we drafted a 3-year plan. We started executing on that. And then we made some changes. So we refreshed our year 1, and then you got to go into year 2 and year 3. What are we going to do now? Right. And that's where we identified, we're going to look at some prescription drug formulary options for these, for this employer. We're going to potentially pilot direct primary care, but all things to try to move us along the spectrum of strategically planning.